Yes.
I would love some. Thank you.
It's going to be gone before we get started. Actually, it's time. It's 5 minutes.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Todd.
Welcome to spring. I'm Todd with Habitat, and I know that in Pennsylvania there's a rodent that will tell you that it's springtime or not. But for our purposes, when we get to break ground at the beginning of a year, that's when we call it. Welcome to this. This is a pretty remarkable project. We've got people with better memories than I am to talk about thanking the people who need to be thanked. I want to thank all of you for being here. If you look around us and you see the other projects that people have done to try to fit more housing in a smaller area, well, we're getting on that bandwagon. This is going to be the first triplex that Habitat for Humanity of Missoula has ever put together, but there's more. There are some twists to this project that are going to make this one stand out. I want you all to make sure to take a look at these renderings to see what it is we're going to try to produce here. Our genius build crew, Jason and Steve, have some ideas to make this not only affordable, but to make it livable. So to make it affordable for our partner families, not only to purchase, but in the long term, using energy solutions that will maximize the efficiency of the building, and using a roof that will last 50 years. But my favorite, my absolute favorite, is there's going to be a rooftop living space the size of each unit, with garden space available and a place to put your barbecue, and it's going to be solar ready, and this is going to be a pretty unique structure. We will all get together again once it's complete to have the other great celebration, and that's when we get to dedicate this to the people who are going to move into it. So I want to thank you for coming out on this lovely spring morning and for supporting the work that we're doing in the community, because it's about all of us. And I am nothing but grateful. I want you to take advantage of this opportunity to talk to these folks about how they make this happen, and some of the neat things that you won't see from the outside about this project that other builders haven't caught on to yet. So again, thank you all for being here, and I'm going to introduce one of our genius builders, Steve Rosebarski, who's going to tell you some more stuff and say thank you to people who really need to be thanked.
Well, I'll start by thanking this guy. So this is the other part of this. This is Jason Goosemer. So I'm not going to give this whole speech all by myself, because we always kind of riff off each other, and he'll be like, "Don't forget this," and I'll be like, "Oh yeah, don't forget this." So anyway, please join me in this. I think the very first person that I met regarding this was probably Ginger Palm. So that'll be the first one that I will give thanks to with Oz Architects. She had put an amazing amount of work into the first rendering of this building, and then I came in with the advice of Jason and said, "Well, we have to change some things about this, pretty drastic things." And the very first meeting, the people in that meeting were like, "We're not doing that." And I was like, "Oh, we will." I don't know. It's just been this ongoing joke with the board and I that I just pushed my way. But the reason that we made the pushes that we did is we wanted to build a home that was affordable to live in. Not just affordable as far as it didn't use a lot of energy, but affordable that it also didn't need a lot of maintenance. And so that was our number one thing. We wanted affordable housing. And then we wanted it to be a place where you could proudly live. that if somebody walked in this home, if Jason and I were going to put our skills together to make affordable housing, that someone would walk in this home and go, wow, how did you score this place? This place is amazing. So that it was a house that people had pride in. And those were our main focuses at first, and Ginger was amazingly patient. She was very good about directing us in the right direction, about coming up with some solutions and make it happen. And she's back there, so I'm going to make you guys all notice her and wave and clap. Very patient through all the emails that I gave her that were probably redundant, because she was like, I already sent that to you. And I was like, thanks. So again, thanks for your patience with us through this whole process, and just your excellence in what you do. Then we also have to give thanks to one of our board members, Matt Schmitty with DCI. He helped with all the structural engineering of this. We got in arguments with him too, but we can always come up with solutions. And so we're super happy about that collaboration. And then Cody did all of our civil engineering for us, which for this project was actually quite a bit of work. We needed to call in someone that could handle such a tight build in such a tight project and handle our grading and groundwater and just all of the things. And so as far as us just getting started to this point, we're super grateful for the three people we had, or the three groups that we had come in and help us. And again, I'm going to come back and point out my friend Jason here, who is adamant about the ways that we are building this and trying to build it in a better way with a smaller carbon footprint, with trying to reuse materials to just take in this idea of that we need to take care of humanity even while we're building. And so the materials we're choosing, the types of builds we're doing, he's a genius in that world, but he's also, he's relentless in his striving of that. And for that, I'm very grateful. And the other people we have to thank, there's another guy standing out here, a tall guy, Dave Westfall. Where is he? There he is. So Dave Westfall came to us and he was like, what can I do to help? And we're like, we need donations. And the lumber package for this, Dave Westfall chased down from a couple different places, but Thompson Lumber donated, it's roughly $30,000 in lumber. Pretty much our entire wall package was donated, and Dave was responsible for getting that all put together, so we'd like to give you thanks. And then the person I'll thank next is actually the tenant of the house up here, Miss S. She has done an amazing job with her patience with us. We definitely have taken away her backyard, and we did paint her house for her as part of the repair program that Habitat started. But this is a lot of anxiety to cause, to have your backyard moved in a huge construction project. We've spoken to neighbors on both sides already, and we're definitely, she's the most impacted, and she's been very patient and supportive of us with this. So I just want to make sure that we acknowledge that she's allowed us to be here in with the grace that she has to build this. And then next, of course, Grant Creek Excavation is doing this. Dave Edgell really helped us with that connection to get this started. Our water lines are actually going to be burrowed in underground by Blackfoot Communications, so that we are able to keep her apple tree and keep her yard intact on the side yard. So all of our water lines will just be directionally drilled underground. So we're grateful for them. And then last but not least, this will be my introduction to you, Brittany, is our collaboration with NMCDC. So up until this point, Habitat would buy property, and then we would build on it, and then we would sell a property with the house. And one of the issues with that is that then if the house gets sold again, it's no longer in the affordable market. And so we did work really hard to get a family in there, and then it just left the affordable market as back into the market rate, and so then we just start over on another one. With the use of the land trust, which I'll let you explain all of it, we're able to keep this affordable to perpetuity. So when it gets sold, it will stay in the affordable market. They've been also very patient with us and very supportive, and it's been a wonderful collaboration. We also started our repair program with a co-op that NMCDC has put together. We have weekly meetings with them, so this partnership has been an amazing thing for us to really have an amazing effect, a profound effect on keeping homes affordable for people, keeping them repaired. The idea is not only for us to build affordable homes to live in, but it's also to be able to keep people in their homes. And so we've been doing roofs, replacing roofs, painting, doing repairs on buildings so that we can keep people in their homes rather than them having to move out because they have degraded to a point they can't stay in them. So that being said, I also have to give huge thanks to Hannah. who agrees to meet with me every week and has agreed to at least make sure it's at a place where there's coffee. So I appreciate that, Hannah. And then also to Brittany. So I'll let this is Brittany from NMCDC. I will now let you take over.
Well, I don't have too much else to add. My name's Brittany Palmer. I'm the Executive Director of North Missoula Community Development Corporation, and we have two of our staff here, Hannah, who has worked a whole lot on this project, and then Jana, who's new to our team over here, which we're excited to have them on board too. But yeah, so the way that NMCDC works, we've been, since the early 2000s, removing homes from the speculative market and land, and identifying what the community need is for that property. And so mostly it's been housing. We also have a commercial building on the west side where the well-loved Burn Street Bistro is. But mostly it's been housing because that's been the need for a long time now in our community. And the way that we preserve housing into the future for generations of families is when the buyers buy their home, they just buy the building, and then NMCDC preserves the land, or holds the land in trust on behalf of the community using a ground lease. And so the homeowner buys the home and leases the land from the NMCDC, and as a part of that partnership with us, they agree to pass that initial subsidy and community investment onto the next buyer so that generations of families are able to benefit from that initial subsidy and get into homes that they can afford to purchase. So it's a great alternative to renting, where you're paying, building some equity instead of paying a landlord. And I think also just taking another step back, we couldn't have even imagined this project without Marilyn Marler and David Schmetterling coming to us kind of like where I feel like the housing crisis was in its height, sort of around just like height of pandemic times. And they wanted to do something about the housing crisis, and just really, it's a lot of patience involved in this process, and especially when you're doing things for the first time, like this is our first time partnering with Habitat. It's it's kind of, every project I think involves a lot of firsts, but this one, it involved some hoops to jump through, and they've been really patient and just gracious with seeing this through all the way. And so we couldn't have done it, this would not be a thing without like y'all's leadership in the community. So thank you so much. Yeah. Really, really cool. And this, the final thing that I'll add about this project is I feel like it demonstrates really tasteful, low impact infill. And I think we need, for this housing crisis, we need both, density and more supply and more affordable housing and more permanently affordable housing. And so I think this project is just such a good demonstration of doing both at the same time. And so we're so excited. Yeah, thanks for coming.
And the last thing I'll add is this guy sitting right here trying to hide under his hat. This is Tor. Although we all play our roles, I feel like he's the central hub of keeping us all doing what we're supposed to be doing and connecting us. And so I really have to acknowledge Tor and all the efforts you put forth to Habitat, because I definitely know that we would not be where we are without that effort from the day we've stepped on. And so we're very grateful for you.
Team sport.
And then, over here holding a shovel, trying to remind us that it is a groundbreaking ceremony, we have Will. So Will is here. This is Will. So Will's our volunteer coordinator. Will has been amazing about getting us almost too many groups to volunteer, which we thought would never be a problem. And so we're very grateful for Will and the dedication to what we got going on. So that's Will holding the shovels, reminding us that we should probably break some ground here pretty soon. He keeps us on schedule.
Speaking of, let's do the thing.
Let's do the thing.
Yay.
I know nothing about how you guys schedule to do the thing. What's the thing?
Well, I think there should be a nice little ceremonious moment where the four of you get to plant those shovels.
It's us?
Yes. That's why I brought you the shovel.
But I thought we had to move that pile to there.
Yeah, everyone gets to move one shovelful from there to that side. This is part of our thing.
Let's get everybody good. Yeah, let's get.
Go in front of the table.
Let's get Marilyn there.
In front of the table.
Totally. Yeah, grab someone.
Let's
go. Grab whoever you want.
We've got more shovels. Make a mistake.
My Mine has a nice
Megan,
barbecue.
you want to come break ground? Are you sure? Does your son want to? Okay.
I haven't told. We still got more over there too. Dave.
Partner families, come on.
Oh, yay! Which of the families are here?
Right, come on, come on.
I've only met one.
This couple?
The front of the table.
Oh, they want us close.
In front of the table. Oh.
We can set you up.
Ginger, it's time to get your hands dirty.
She's not wearing it. She's like,
I'll wear the
we all
hat.
wearing hard hats?
It's mostly decorative. You look good.
Pass it down. Take one, pass it down. Oh, how many hard hats you got?
These are the last 3.
Okay, we'll keep passing down. There you go. You'll only end up coming up short if there is a now. Hey, perfect. Okay, we got this.
Oh, I think we could totally move that file. It needs to go right over there.
Can we do some work while we're here?
I really like
Anything we can do?
Well, are we gonna take care or are we gonna take care of the file? We can do the ceremonial picture right here.
Okay.
Where are you looking?
Dig.
Look at the camera.
Cool.
I like those four members not following safety protocol. That's because we care about you guys so much. You don't really have to take Third fight.
What was it Todd said about spring?
It's in here somewhere.
Oh, we're getting
Let's do an action shot. Everybody get
throw it in the air.
Yeah, everybody get some gravel, dessert, whatever you got.
See if we can do that guy with the pink shoes.
Okay. On 3?
One,
1,
two,
2,
three.
3.
Get
All so much for coming. Ask around. Ask us all these different questions you have. Stick around for some snacks. Thank you.